Alright, this is part 2 of making a first-person shooter battle royale game inside of Unity 2020. Okay, so all we've done was add a new game component inside of here called Weapon Manager. We've organized our code inside of different folders. We've made a Weapon Manager script, we threw it into here, and we made a weapon script and threw it into the Glock, and we also made a weapons folder with pistol scripts, all that sort of stuff. That's all we've done. Alright, so guns. They're very difficult to add, but they're very rewarding once you're done. Or rewarding once you're done. So, we're going to open up two scripts. One is the weapon, and one is the weapon manager. So inside of the weapon manager, we're going to have variables. One's going to be a public we can make a public game object. Guns. Alright, so we have guns inside of here. Now we're going to make a public void, add gun, and we're going to have a game object, gun. So we're going to do guns dot. We're here. This is going to have to be a list. List guns. Okay, so guns dot add gun. Right? Okay. And then we're gonna have a for each game object gn in guns. We're gonna have a public float gun used, or no, an int. Sorry. If gn equals gun, then gun here gun used. Well, here if it does not equal gun used plus plus, and also gun used equals 0. Alright, so inside of weapon, what we'll do, we'll have a public bool is grabbed. Alright, and then a private void on trigger enter if other dot game object dot tag equals player layer set that to 8. So if it equals dot layer, then other dot game object dot get component weapon manager. Well, here, hold up. Get component in children weapon manager dot add gun game object, and also is grabbed true. Alright, so now we're going to have to make a sphere collider, which is going to be a trigger that will basically say, hey, I picked this up. So, sphere collider, we're going to make the radius of this amount. That's good, okay, and then is trigger. So now, we're going to click on the weapon manager, and guns. Okay, so if I were to walk over it, you can see, now we have it grabbed. Okay, what we're also going to do is guns, so right over here, if gun dot get component weapon dot is grabbed So we're checking if we're not grabbing, or if the gun hasn't been grabbed already. Then yeah, we can do that. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna we're gonna walk over it. You can see it's only been used once. We're gonna just temporarily duplicate that. Head over to the weapon manager. So we have both of them in. Alright, so it's working. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete the extra one. And now, here's what we're going to do. Inside a weapon, we're going to need a public collider box collision. So box collision dot enabled false. Alright, and also we have to make it so that we can do this. So transform dot position equals, actually hold up, public game object weapon manager, or weapon man for short, or I can just do this, weapon M. So we can do weapon M dot, or here, yeah, weapon M equals other dot game object. So on update here, I'm gonna make it private. We'd move to hand, and this is gonna be other. So weapon M dot, or no, transform dot position equals weapon M dot position dot transform dot, sorry, dot transform dot position. Okay, and also oh, that's right, so we're gonna need a public rigid body RB. Then we're gonna do RB dot is kinematic true. So hopefully now, so int gun used, move to hand. What we can do now is we can just have, so if is grabbed, move to hand. Alright. Now inside of weapon manager, let's check. No, inside of here, we need to give it the rigid body. Weapon manager doesn't need to be set at the moment, and the box collider. So now, oh boy, prop flying be like, okay. Well, here's what's happening. We don't have, okay, so why? Weapon manager equals player. No. Other dot get component weapon manager dot game object. Alright, so now we should hopefully be able to pick the gun up. Weapon manager, unassigned variable. Wait a minute, hold up. Weapon, line 30. Weapon manager, dot position. Okay, so apparently, oh. Yeah, see, we can all be idiots sometimes. And let's test it again. Okay. It's working, jumping's working. And yeah. So now let's get it so that it attaches to the hand. So what I'll do is I will get inside of weapon manager, I'll have a public transform hand. Alright. Now, equals dot hand dot game object. And then inside of here, player body, amateur, hips, spine, spinal 2, chest, neck, sorry, lower arm, I know that's flipped, I made an oopsie. Okay, so weapon manager, hand underscore R. Now with that, if we were to, okay, hopefully now, yes, okay, that is good. We gotta make it now so that we're gonna make it so that now it detects if it has a gun. So here, let's have a private void aim. Okay, so aim. Hold on one second. Alright, so for aiming, we need to make it so that we can basically have it so that, okay, alright, here's what we're going to need to do. This is a bit complicated, and this will help out a lot. So inside of project settings, head over to the package manager, enable preview packages, I understand. Now head over to your window, package manager, okay. Give it a good little second or two to load up. Okay. And then head over to Unity Registry and Animation Rigging, install that package. This is going to give us the ability to use something called IKs. IK stands for inverse kinematic. This is how we're going to be making the arms and crap like that work. It's a very complicated process, but it works, and I like it. Alright. Now the gun will always be equipped, or it's always going to be on the hand, except it's only going to use the IKs if we're holding the right mouse button. Alright, it's taking a little bit. I mean, this is a huge script, so it makes sense. But yeah, you can also use animation rigging for VR bodies, which is what I've been doing. So now, what we need to do is, here, let's edit the inputs. So we're going to set this to 0, and we only need 4, I believe. So, vertical is going to be W and S, 330101, horizontal, and this is going to be D and A, 330101. Okay, now mouse X, which is mouse movement, X-axis. I don't think you need to do that. And then mouse Y, 330 or 33001. Mouse movement, Y-axis. Okay, and then we need one more. This is jump. It's going to be pause the button, space, key, alright. We're going to have, actually here, we're going to need 7. So this, fire, mouse 0, and aim, mouse 1. And yeah, that's about it. Now what we need to do is we need to set this stuff up. So, public pool is aiming. So, if input dot get axis, or here we can just do this, is aiming equals input dot get axis aim does not equal 0. That's very, very simple to do. Now back into Unity. So weapon manager, we have the hand, gun used, is aiming, all this sort of stuff, right? Now, if you right click, oh. Okay, so here's what's happening. Inside of mouse X and mouse Y, I forgot this needs to be 0.1. Or else it goes complete ape. I can't say that word. Although I've said a whole bunch of other curse words, but whatever. Alright, now it's working. So, again, it's working, aiming's working. So now let's get IK's working. It's a very simple, this is a very, very simple thing to do. Just kidding, no, it's not that simple. We're gonna make IKs. So this is gonna have a rig, and we're gonna have R and IK. So this is gonna need two things. One is a target, and the other is called a hint. Inside of here, we're gonna need a 2-bone IK constraint. So source objects, open this up, set this over to target, set this over to hint. Yeah, inside of your player body, we're gonna need a rig builder. We're just gonna drag this over to here, and that's done. So hips, spine, spinal 2, chest. Alright, so lower arm. I know they're flipped, okay? I'm stupid. Alright, we all get it. Now, there's something a bit wrong with this. Okay, so we're inside of weapon manager, we're gonna need a public scriptable object component called IK script. Or no, we can just have a public game object called rhandIK. So if it, or here we can just do this again. So rhandIK dot set active. That's another way of doing dot enabled equals blah blah blah. So we can do is aiming. It's that simple. Alright, so now inside of this, right hand IK. However, now there's a problem. I think there is. Okay, so the right hand, it is not going to work. So here's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Inside of so we're gonna need to do this. This is very important. Spine, spinal 2, chest. Right. Okay. So set the target, the position, and rotation. Transform. Okay. And then the hint to the lower arm, and just set that to position, and then for the hint, just drag it back a bit. Okay, so now hopefully, you can still see that animations aren't working. Or hold up. Wait a second, what if we try this? So IKs, right hand IKs. Okay, this is very stupid, but it should hopefully work. Nope. We got that. What if we do this? Alright, so we do have a rig builder. So what if we do this? Rig builder equals is aiming. Alright, let's try that out. But of course it's going to delete itself because it's a type mismatch. So now alright, so we see it's working until I right click, then okay, that's nice. Oh, uh-oh. Yep, there are still issues in the game. So what we can do now is we can close out of that, and let's get it so that we can aim. Alright, so what we can do is we can have another transform called R hand target. So what we can do is R hand target equal, or well, here first off we need to make a ray. Ray hit, new ray, camera, or no, P camera dot position. Let's really quickly assign that P camera, and then P camera dot forward. Now we're going to make another thing called a ray cast hit. We're going to call this hit. So if physics dot raycast ray hit out hit. So now all we need to do is our hand target dot position equals hit dot point. Well, hold up, let's do this. So if is aiming, then we're gonna do that. Okay, so this shouldn't work at all because of obvious reasons. Because I'm a very crappy programmer. So camera, all right. As you can see, well, hold up. First off, it's going into the center of our body. So let's get it so that it has like an offset. So, plus, actually hold up, hit that point. I believe what we can do is we can make a new, so gun forward. We can do variable, which will be inside of here, weapon manager, gun forward. Okay. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, I'd say a little bit more. Weapon manager. No, the gun forward. Okay. Well, hold up. First off, the gun should be visible to us right there, but it's not. Okay. Let's find out how to fix it. So what we can do is we can just simply lower the camera, which should hopefully work. Which I don't believe it does. Nope. Yeah, that just makes it look a little bit weirder. So yeah, IKs are kind of better for like not necessarily first-person games. Well, hold up. So for the player body right over here, okay, what if we give it an extra? What if we do this? So Y. Now you can see. Well, hold up. Again, we can just keep on bringing the camera downwards. Hell, even to like right over here. Oh, here's why that's not working. So here, we can just simply 1.5, set it back to that. And the head lock, okay? So this, we can set this down to like right over here, down to like the neck. Which, trust me, I don't believe that this will work, which it doesn't really, like at all. Alright, let's do this. So, we can also do our hand target dot rotation p camera dot rotation. Let me see, let me think now. So we have that. Oh, and also the weapon. So transform dot rotation weapon m dot transform dot rotation. Or actually no, we can just do this weapon m dot get component. Weapon manager dot our hand target. I think that should hopefully work. Okay, here's my question now. Alright. Well, you can see there are obviously some rotation disagreements. Well, here, why don't we just do this? So, gun forward. Okay, here's my idea. So what if we get the gun forward, right? Why don't we set it to where we think it would be good? Maybe. Okay. We can get rid of that now. And yeah, well, hold on, let's also do this. Gizmos off. Alright, now gun forward. Well, hold up. What if we do this now? So weapon manager. Okay. So this can only be we should use this for other stuff. Like actually shooting. So let's throw this right over here. It's been 30 minutes, cool. Alright, so we're gonna do P camera dot rotation, R hand, target, position, P camera dot position. No, yeah. Now, we should hopefully okay, let's look at where gun forward is. What if we move it back down over here? Okay. Well, here's the problem. So it's a little bit a little bit like that. So here, let's bring it closer. Alright, now. Yeah, hold it, where, oh. Well, I mean it's working, except for this slight issue. Alright, simply try this. Well, hold up, why is it? Let's really quickly just do this. Well, hold up. Let's look where the target is. So, what's the problem? I don't understand the problem over here. Okay, maybe. So, I think it's, yeah, it's probably the hint. Here, let's try this. So, maybe, here we have the hint right over here. I'm honestly confused as all living shit why it's not working. Alright, let's try this. So we have target. The target right over here. We have the hint right over there. Let's do this. Oh, alright, that's reasonable. Let's bring this back forward, over to the right, over up a little bit more. I know, that's probably gonna make it be like right in the center of the screen. Or not. Here, if we were to rotate the body on Y by -20, -30, -45. Here, why don't we just do this? Alright. Let's move the body a little bit forward so that the feet are like that. Headlock. Okay. Okay, now it's like, now it looks way better. Alright. Alright, let's fix this. So gun forward, maybe like -90. Alright, and then 180. You can see it going at its maximum limit right about here. So -90, 180. Alright, well, now, it's been going on, damn, okay. Let's move it back. Here, let's do this as perspective. Let's move it over here a little bit more. Or just by a little bit. So yeah, now, okay, it looks better. Let's see how the gun reacts. Not necessarily the best. Okay. Okay, you can see some of the limb saying hell no. Alright, well, let's see how we can first off fix up the gun rotation. Our hand target. P camera. Dot rotation. So now we're setting the rotation to the P camera, or the player camera. P for player. Okay. Hold up. Open line 31. That is this. Okay, so weapon manager, get component here. Other hand dot game object. Oh, parent. Okay. Well, hold up. So we have dot hand dot game object. Oh no. Hold up. What if we just do this? This dot game object dot get component weapon manager dot hand dot position get component weapon manager dot P camera dot rotation. Alright, hopefully I'm not stupid this time and it works. Which it probably is gonna break. Alright, I bet it's gonna break. Oh, alright. Okay then. So maybe what if we add a quaternion of 90, 180. So rotation plus quaternion dot Euler 90, 180, 0. Perfect. So dot P camera dot Euler angles dot x plus, and let's just copy that and let's paste it dot y and then dot z. Okay, let's see, are we stupid or are we smart? Probably stupid. Dear God. Like that worked at all. Good. Alright, 1 second. Hand. Hand. Deal angles. Hand. So this is probably gonna do nothing. Which it did nothing. Oh God. Okay, so X is all messed up. What if we just do this? So, what if we do this? Weapon manager dot game object rotation. So what if we get this form of rotation. This isn't really how to make, this is sort of like we are making this game and we are bringing you guys along with us. Okay then, it looks like we just need to rotate it on Y by negative 90 degrees. Weapon manager, negative 90. It's probably not going to work. Okay. Alright, well now all we gotta do is do this. Okay, so the position. Oh god. Alright, hand up position, okay. Hand up position, weapon lock dot position. So, let's replace this. Lock that position. Alright, and then inside of the right hand, we can do, so we can make it like that. We're gonna call this weapon lock. Alright, and then inside of the weapon manager, weapon lock. Alright, let's try it out again. Alright, we might just have to simply bring it forward by a little bit more. That doesn't look half bad. It's just kind of snappy. Well, let's do this. So over here for the hint, maybe we can try to drag it a little bit more over there. Well, hold up, now it's... Alright, 1 second. Let's keep on dragging it up. Let's drag it up and over. Okay. Now, it looks a little bit more realistic. Except it looks like we got slender arms. No, we can't prop fly. That's perfect. Then... Okay, so here's what I need. So that is where it is right now. Okay, so right over here, gun forward. What I can try to do is... Let's do this. Here, I'll bring the game view down over to here. Then what we can do, we can try to do this. Alright, so what if we do that? Well, I can't really necessarily see everything. Okay, I'll go into the center of the map. Alright, and then what if we do this? It is a lot better. Okay, it's a little bit, how do I put this? It's a little bit too far out. So let's bring it closer in. And Let us now bring it further out. See how that looks a lot better. Alright, gun forward, copy, and paste. Right, that looks a lot better though. Okay, so you can see that the gun is rotating with the player camera, which is a big no-no, in my opinion. So, gun lock. Where's weapon lock? Weapon lock. So here's what we're gonna do. Weapon lock dot position. Weapon lock. Yeah. So that's right. Rotation. Weapon manager dot get component. Weapon manager dot weapon lock dot rotation. So what if we get the weapon lock's rotation? So basically, yeah, now it's just optimization. It's been going on for about a good 47 minutes. Okay, so yeah, you can see some of the offsets need to be fixed. So we need on X, we need what? Here we can just do this. So right hand target. We're here. We can just look down at it. Weapon lock. Alright, so what about 90? 90, 90, negative 90. 90. Alright, it's getting a little screwed up. Let's look. Here, can we go into scene view? Yes, we can. Alright, so what if we do that? Perfect. Also here, we might as well fix that thing up. Let's really quickly copy, head back into game view. Looks good. Alright, so paste values. Alright, well you might you might be wondering, well, hold up, Maddox, 1 second. There's something wrong necessarily. Okay, well, what's wrong? Physics. Okay? I want it so that it can have like a little lerp sort of a speed to it. And I want it to be really good. Okay. Let's try to do that. So inside of player, here's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna make a new empty. I'm gonna call this new PHY wep lock. So PHY standing for physics. So now outside of the player body, the weapon location, we're gonna give this a rigid body, and it's gonna be kinematic and interpolate dynamic. Alright, well, now inside of the new physics weapon location, we're going to give it a rigid body. Again, same values, interpolate, continuous dynamic, and we're going to give it something called, or first off, box collider. And I'm going to copy. Alright, so right over here, box collider, copy component. New physics. Alright, so paste values. We can see that they're huge. Alright, so we're gonna divide by 10. Divide by 10. So divide by 100. divide by 100. So, Q. Alright, so let's do this. Let's get a comparison. Crap. Here, if we can just attempt see here on the Z value, Y value. Alright. X, here let's fix X up. So X, say about that. And about like that. Alright, now 0, 0, 0. What we need to do now is add something called a configurable joint. What is a configurable joint? So it's basically something that we can modify to make sure everything's good, or not to make sure that everything can work the way that we want it. It's configurable. It's a physics joint that we can modify. Okay, so let's see. Now we're gonna modify all of these 10 or here 5,000 rotation slurred configure in world. Okay. This should hopefully work. Now inside of gun forward, no, hold up, 1 second. Weapon manager, new physics, so weapon location. Well, hold up, now we have a huge problem. Well, hold up, we can see that all that jazz is working, or not jazz, all that crap is working. Except for one tiny little thing. Okay, so if we look over here, the new physics location is apparently all the way down here. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna try to get it as close as possible. Here, hold up, we can just do this. Weapon lock. Alright, animation rigging, line position. And rotation. So now, should be a practical 0 to 0 thing. Okay, here's a problem. We're gonna need to, here, let's make a new layer really quick. So, scheisse, hold up. Joint. So, this is a joint. Alright, joints. So, player. Or no, physics, sorry, physics. Now, a joint will ignore a player and will interact with other joints. It's simple. Except for the fact that it is doing that. Alright, let's look at the position again. New weapon location. Weapon location. Oh. That's not good, so we need to set this back to weapon location. So it's basically modifying those values to match that weapon location. Oh crap, okay. Oh god. Wait a minute. Why? Here, let's delete that and see if it works now. Let's see if it's just the rigid. Yes, it's the rigid body. Okay. Rigid body. So this rigid body is screwing everything up. Alright, what if we turn that? What if we turn all that stuff off? Set a weapon location, non-rigid body. Okay. Is it gonna fall to the ground? No, it is gonna work. Now, inside of the weapon manager, we can now set it to the new physics location. So, what we can also do here, alright, so what I'll do is I'll make a new cube. Alright, this is gonna be for the collision purposes of this video. So basically, that cube will help us with determining whether or not collision works. See how we can see? God dang it. No. Come on. Ah, it won't reach. Dang it. If we can try to do it like that. Well, you can see it's very, very springy. Well, hold up. Let's make a plane. Alright, so this plane is gonna be a very, very small plane. We're gonna make it the size of a mushroom. Just kidding. Cloud. When do you think it should too late? Alright, so let's grab our good old pew pew. Okay? And if you look now, if we were to barely, okay, so you can see, oh no, come on. Well, you can see that, oh no, it's freaking the hell out. Okay, so the spring joint, not the best idea. Let's edit the values really quick. So what if we set this to 10,000? Now just keep in mind, you can use this crap for VR purposes, such as making it so that your hands don't go through the walls, and other stuff along the lines of that. Okay, one thing to learn from using physics joints like that, you can really screw up like all this stuff. You can see how quote-unquote laggy it is. Okay, so let's try to get on the other side of this wall. You can see that collision is freaking the it's freaking the hell out. Alright, let's do this really quick. So, weapon location. I'm just gonna set it back to this. It's been almost an hour. Alright, well, we haven't even really done anything else with the guns. We've just been toying around with these settings and everything. We haven't made any particle effects. Yeah, we should do particle effects. Alright, this is just gonna cost extra physics calculations within the engine, and it's gonna slow down our game like all hell. So yeah, we're just gonna delete that, and what we're gonna do now is add firing. So for this, weapon public void fire. Sorry, fire gun. Alright, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a public float fire delay time. I'll set this to 0 because it's usually, well, we're not. So here, first off, what we're gonna do is if fire delay time 0. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make another public bool has fired and has fired. So we're gonna make another public void release fire has fired false. So has fired equals true. Alright. And then ray hit equals new ray from game object dot trans. Here, why don't we do this? Why don't we have like a muzzle, so to speak? Public transform muzzle. Okay, so muzzle dot position, and then muzzle dot forward, and then we can make a new raycast hit. We can call this hit, and if ray hit, if physics dot raycast, ray, we can have ray hit, and then out ray, like we did last time, or out hit, sorry. Now we can do, so first off, debug dot draw ray, muzzle position, muzzle dot forward, color dot red, debug dot log error, check ray. And what we can do now is print hit dot point dot game object, or no, hit dot transform dot game object dot name. Okay. Now inside of weapon manager, private void fire gun or fire weapon. So fire weapon, all we need to do now is have this. So if input dot get axes fire does not equal 0, then gun used dot get component weapon dot fire gun, and then we can do the opposite over here. So all we need to do is just copy this, paste it. We're going to set it to if it is less than or equal to 0.3f release fire. Okay, that sounds simple enough, right? It is. It kind of is. Okay, so now inside of the gun, what we need to do is we need to make a new game object called muzzle. So muzzle, we're going to throw that onto the Glock. That's going to be reset, and we're going to throw that right on the tip of the gun. So muzzle, weapon manager, fire time has grabbed. Okay, the weapon manager, all that seems good to go. So, oops, I forgot something. Okay, console error pause. So so we did log error, which means if it gives us an error, it will pause the game. Clear. God. Okay. Oh, alright, here's what's happening. It's like, yo, wait, what? What am I supposed to do here? It doesn't exist. So, first off, if gun used, no, if guns 0 we're here if gun used does not equal null, then this. Which means that hopefully now, if we were to replay, we should not have any errors. Okay, so index on line 54. Oops, Visual Studio. No, Unity, sorry. So okay. Okay, that's not good, I think. Here, why don't we just test it? And it should say the name of what we're shooting at in real time. So, back into console. We're here now. Well, hold on, now it's not even checking anything. Fire. If get axes, fire. We have fire. Check. Why don't we just throw this back into here, because it obviously doesn't work if we put it into a value that says, oh, okay, wait a minute. There's nothing in this, so why should I be working? We're gonna tell it, because you have to. Check ray. Here, arrow and pause. Bam. Bam. Glock. Okay, so where's this ray? It is going sideways, so we need to rotate. Here, Glock 19, muzzle. Alright, so we need to rotate this, or we need to rotate this by 90. So now, if we were to fire, check ray, error pause, bam. We can see that we shot that, which is quite cool. Well, hold up. First off, inside of here, let's click on gizmos. Well, and also arrow pause. Okay, here's a problem. So with the gun, okay, you can see that, okay, weapon, what we can do is, so right over here, muzzle.position, we can do weapon m.get component, weapon manager dot p, or no, dot game object. We can just do this. Dot forward. Okay, so now we should be hopefully getting the forward value of the camera instead of getting the forward value of anything else, of the gun. Now you can see it still isn't freaking working. Crap. Bruh, what the hell? Okay. Boy. Alright, we can see Okay, so it's getting. Hold on, let's do this. Print, what we can do is we can do this. So let's get another transform. Hit point dot position equals hit dot point. Alright, so now what I'll do is I will make an empty game object our hit point. So this is just for testing purposes to see if we can well, hold up, if we click on that, no, okay. Let's do this. Crap, okay. Whoa, 1 second, wait, what? Okay, well. Oh, okay, here's what's happening. Transform, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make another thing, transform called shoot dire or direction. So this is gonna be game object, or no, get component. Get component weapon manager dot shoot shoot direction dot forward. Now if we were to simply just copy this simply copy it and then paste it over into here. Let's head back into Unity and make the shoot direction variable and add 90 to that. So weapon manager, alright. Shoot direction, 90, weapon manager, shoot direction. So now you can see here I will shoot exactly at that corner-ish. So if you click on this, perfect, okay. We can now delete that, and we can now get rid of the variable hit point, and delete hit point dot this, okay. Yeah, so now we don't really need to do this debug.drawArray stuff. And let's check really quick. It's been 1 hour and 13 minutes. So while we wrap up the video, we're gonna simply make a particle system while we wrap up the video for all you guys. So we're gonna go to Effects, Particle System. Okay. Right over here, this is what I call basically why everybody wants to use Unity for, well, their physics engine and the particle system. So let's head down into render. We're going to make a mesh, or it's going to be a cube, and it's going to be aligned with the world. Okay. Now we're going to make a new material. We're here in player, materials, impact particle M. We're going to set this to particles and unlit. Now, so the particle system, we're going to call it impact. Now, the material that is going to be impact particle Alright, and then what we can do is we can set it to like an insane, or you can just set it to like 10, and then emission, we can set it to an insane value, and turn the loop off. Now the size, we can set that to about 0.1. Alright, well, something that you'd like to add? Oh, what's that? Well, they're supposed to be like an orange-ish color. Alright, well let's fix that. So all we need to do now is give it an orange-ish color, and inside of size we can set that to your 3D start size. Okay, so 0.1, 0.1. Actually here, 0.2. We're actually able to 0.4. Seems good. So 0.05, 0.05. Yeah, here's the thing now. Alright, well let's fix up the shape really quick. So the radius is an important thing to modify, so now, yeah, okay. Now let's do this. Rotation by speed. Well, hold up, why don't we do this? So, we want to set it so that the rotation is changed by the direction. So, rotation by speed, separate axes. Well, hold up, so is that? Yes, okay, so we want to set it to -10. And we want to set gravity to 1. And then we want to give it collision. So right over here, collision. So emission, yeah, okay. We're going to set this to world. And I don't really necessarily, they're not, hold up. They're not that big. So let's do this. 0. So let's modify their size. 0.05, 0.01, 0.01. Actually, hold it. 0.2, 0.01. Okay, so for collision, this also gives us a whole bunch of stuff like editing, how much they bounce, stuff like that. So 0.2 or 0.1. We can also add something called a dampen. Alright, so let's set this to about 0.5. Dang it. Alright. Let's get out of this. Alright, so now yeah, if we were looking at this from this view, let's look. Here, let's also change, so size over speed. Okay, let's just set it over from maximum over to minimum. Oh. Oh god, that's like freaking 3D shape sort of crap right there. Or here we can do size over lifetime, which is a better thing to do instead of, okay, never mind. It's reversed for speed and inversed for lifetime. We can set it to like 1. I think lifetime should be 1. Alright. Then what we can do is we're going to save this inside of player. Effects. And inside of effects we can make a new folder called particles and impact. So now all we gotta do is inside of the clock we need to get a game object called impact particles. So inside of fire gun, all we need to do is instantiate impact particles at hit dot point and hit dot normal. Well, actually, hold up. Quaternion dot Euler hit dot normal. And really quickly, the last script that we're gonna make is an auto destroy check, so that we're not using like a million particles, because this is gonna be, again, a battle royale game, and there's gonna be a million people shooting at or there's gonna be at least 100 people shooting at each other. So it's gonna cause a whole bunch of performance issues if we don't destroy it. So scripts, we're gonna want a C# script called auto destroy, and this is a very, very, very simple script to make. All we have to do is simply make some variables. We just have to have one. It's going to be time before death. I'm going to set that to 1, and we're going to have a I enumerator. Here's that thing, or here's the I enumerator stuff I was talking about earlier with the jumping stuff. So we're going to call it despawn. So we're going to do a yield, return new, wait for seconds, time before death, and then destroy game object. It's that simple. And then despawn, or start coroutine, despawn, and yeah, now all we have to do is head over into our effects particles right over here, impact, and drag in the auto destroy script right over here. 1 second. And yeah, so now if you were to head over to your Glock, particles, impact particles. Alright, so now if you were to head over, if we were to grab the gun. Okay, so you can see it's a big issue. Alright. We don't want it to spawn like a million of them. We only want it to spawn once. So let's see how we're gonna, if this spawns like 50, it spawns 50 at once, which is not good. So let's see, weapon manager. Let's fix this really quick, okay? It's gonna be very easy to fix. So fire delay has fired equals true. Instantiate. Okay. Yeah, so basically, here, hold on. Pistols. Now what we can do is I can make a bool. Has spawn particles. So if that and has spawn particles, nope, has spawn particles true, and then if fire delay time equals 0, and or if it equals 0, then oh crap. Really quickly, let's just do this. Alright, this is the last thing we're doing. So has spawn particles false. So this should hopefully fix up the spawn a million particles at once. It's been an hour and 25 minutes. It's a while. Alright. Now, if I were to walk over to the gun, pick it up, and fire. Okay, so obviously it doesn't spawn that many. You can just make it rain particles for an hour or two. Oh, good. Alright, well. Alright, now there's... Okay. That's... Alright, so we're gonna fix up a few more things in the next episode. And, yeah. Alright, well, the gun, we're just... This is just early testing. It's not an actual game yet, so we still have a lot of stuff to fix up. Alright, well, I hope to see you all in the next video, and goodbye.